it. Right. The theme for the 2024 World Intellectual Property Day is around IP and the Sustainable Development Goals, and that is the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. And the reason why this really resonates with us at the University of Johannesburg is because over the past couple of years, we really have been committed to driving and making a contribution to the SDGs, as they're commonly referred to. And it's in 2021, as I shared earlier in my input, in 2021, the University of Johannesburg was actually ranked by Times Higher Education Impact Rankings as being #1 in the world in terms of contributing to the SDG #8, which talks to decent work and economic growth. And this is important, particularly for a country such as South Africa, where we are battling really high numbers of unemployment among the youth in the country.
World IP Day is a day that the World Intellectual Property Organization, or WIPO, established in the year 2000, specifically to create awareness around intellectual property, what it is, firstly, and secondly, how it can be used to create impact in society, to benefit financially and also essentially the global economy. It's important to celebrate the day so that we raise awareness around IP, make more people aware about what it is, that it's not some foreign concept only applicable to a few people or academics, that intellectual property is everywhere around us, and we need to use the power of intellectual property to make the impact that's necessary in the world.
Under the auspice of the Water and Health Research Centre, which is a UJ research centre, we're working on an innovative digital drone sampler. So it's something that we attach to drones, which is a new method of doing water sampling that hasn't been marketed or monetized yet. And we are now creating these devices that can get attached to the platform and do various things. Something that doesn't exist yet, new technologies. So definitely something that's needing IP protection, definitely something we've already got going on with the UJ legal team.
The most common misconception on IP is actually the fact that students think that the university is trying to steal its IP. And actually that is not the case. The University Technology Transfer Office is trying to assist researchers and students in securing their IP rights as it is mandated by the IPR Act of 2008. So basically the students and the researchers, they are acknowledged in the patent as inventors, and also, but the ownership falls with the university. So that's the most common occurring misconception about IP at the university.
IP rights has a big part, especially in the innovation sector. IP is one of those laws, much like tax law. It's very confusing. It's very difficult to get all the facts. So for young entrepreneurs and innovators like we were one day, it's very difficult to protect your ideas in the marketplace. One, because IP protection is quite expensive, and two, it's kind of difficult to understand and get by. So there is that, which it would be really nice to see that sector break down and become a little bit more accessible, a little bit easier to understand for young people. But I think in the same breath as that, it's very important because we've already been in instances where you're working on design a product, you just don't have the capital funds to get there and protect it, and somebody else comes in and takes it, and all of a sudden you can see there it's being marketed and you're like, but we were so close, you know. So I think when you're really onto something and you've done sort of feasibility studies and it's a viable, marketable product, it's really important to get IP going and protect that. That way no one can come in and sweep the rug from under you. Especially with young innovators, it's very difficult, it's very dissuading to have a product almost ready for launch and then see someone beat you to the punch. So getting that protection early on is very good, but again, like I said, if that sector of the law could become a little more accessible, but more understandable to young people especially, it would be really great. We'd see a lot more coming in on the IP protection game.
The mandate of the office is actually to identify, protect and commercialize IP. So the advice that I would give students is to actually come and visit our offices, because we are there to serve them, so that we can assess, so that they can come and disclose their inventions or ideas, so that we can assess them and protect them, and also evaluate whether we can commercially exploit them.
The University of Johannesburg, the future reimagined.